Welcome back to part 2 of overnight oat recipes, with the 3 recipes being very highly nutritious and very high in protein. Anyways, the first recipe is matcha with vanilla and kiwi with 315 calories and 23 grams of protein. The second one being banana cranberry with 417 calories and 24 grams of protein. And the last one being selma with cinnamon and apple, 287 calories and 22 grams of protein. First thing we will need is 3 bottles, each of them 300 mls, and each of them with a lid. If it's a bit bigger, it's better, but not anything smaller. Anyways, we need 20 grams of oats for our base recipe. So this is for all of them. So simply add your 20 grams of oats to start off with. A teaspoon of chia seeds for each. And a teaspoon of hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are perfect for that nutty flavor that you want with overnight oats. And the chia helps soak it up. Anyways, let's move on to our first recipe, the matcha one. The very first thing we will need is some vanilla protein powder. Now, I'm using plants, but you can use normal. And I'm adding 3 spoonfuls of this, which is about 1/3 of the actual scoop. Next up, we need 80 grams of vanilla yogurt. And if you watched my other video, you know what vanilla yogurt you need. You need Yopo yogurt because it has 0 artificial sweetness and 0 added sugar. And as you see, 57 calories per 100 grams and 91 calories per serving with 15 grams of protein. It's really good. Next thing we need is a kiwi, just a medium one. Simply chop that up and whatever you're using and add that in. Now what you may need to do is just give it a little squish and then add a tablespoon of desiccated or shredded coconut, a teaspoon of matcha, and just like that, we are nearly done. All we need to do is add 60 grams of light milk. And what you may need to do to get it to actually go down is just poke some holes in, so then you can add the rest of the milk, and then just very slowly and carefully start mixing it up. And as you see, it will become a really thick consistency. Now just look at that beautiful color, and the consistency is so thick that you can flip it upside down and it won't fall out. With that ready, put on the lid, grab the next jar, and let's get on to number 2, which is banana cranberry with chocolate and berries. Anyways, what we will need is a banana. Make sure it is very ripe and simply crush that. So roughly 60 grams of banana. And as you see, it become really soft. The really ripe banana will add the sweetness and it makes it really easy to crush. Next up, we need some chocolate protein powder. Now the same thing, 1/3 scoop, which is about 3 spoonfuls. Next up, 60 grams of mixed berry yogurt, or just strawberry yogurt, which is this one. It's the same thing, Yopo, same calories and stuff. And now we need 30 grams of dried cranberries. This one's high in calories, by the way, so you may need to add less. A tablespoon of cacao nibs. And just like that, we are nearly done. All that's left is the milk, which is 60 grams. This one, it all fit, so it was perfect. All you need to do is grab your spoon, start poking some holes, very gently and carefully, start mixing it up. And as you see, everything will start, mixing together. And there's the consistency. It's not as thick, but I want to show you guys, adding more milk or less milk will change our consistency. With that ready, let's move on to our very last recipe, which is the summer one with apple and cinnamon and vanilla. Same thing, 3 spoonfuls of protein powder, which is 1/3 of the actual scoop. 80 grams of vanilla yogurt, very similar to the first recipe. And after you have added your yogurt, you need to cut up around half a small apple, which is around about 50 grams, just like that, and pour it in. Now, I cut up too much, which is why I said the 50 grams, but you can probably be the judge of how much you add. And you may need to give this one a little squish for that really thick consistency. Now, you will need a tablespoon of shredded or desiccated coconuts, and now it is time for some cinnamon. I like to add an abundance of it, but you can add however much you would like. With that ready, all we need to do is add the milk. Again, 60 grams of light milk. And this time I was able to add all of it. And just look at the way the cinnamon comes out. Now what you will need to do is very satisfying. Slowly, very slowly, use the spoon to poke holes in it so then the milk goes down, and give it a mix. And just look at that beautiful color and the seeds showing. And the consistency again is so thick unless you're holding it for so long and it does not fall. Simply close it, set it in the fridge with the other recipes, and just like that, we are done. Screenshot here the recipes if you want to make it for yourself. And just like that, guys, we have concluded the video. If you have enjoyed this video and are curious to try overnight oats for yourself, I suggest checking out part 1, linked in the description, with 3 other recipes. The first one being my very favorite all time. Anyways, as you saw, it is really quick to make a healthy breakfast. It is both high in protein and nutritious for whatever part of the day it is. Does not need to be breakfast. If you have enjoyed the video, please subscribe for the support. Comment any video suggestions, and I'll see you all for the next one. Ciao.